What if the penny hiding in your pocket today could be worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars? Welcome to RE Coins News, where we uncover the hidden secrets of America's most collectible Lincoln pennies. From the 1973D, 1974, 1979D, and 1980 Lincoln cents to rare mint eras, valuable die varieties, fascinating history, and real market values, you'll discover what most people overlook. Watch until the end, because your next rare coin could already be in your collection. This is RE Coins News, where every coin tells a story, and every story could be worth a fortune. Step 1. The 1980 Lincoln Memorial 1 cent is one of the most recognizable coins in American history. It was produced by the United States Mint during a period when Lincoln cents were still made primarily of 95% copper and 5% zinc, making them heavier and more valuable for their copper content than cents produced after 1982. The obverse front of the coin features a portrait of President Abraham Lincoln, designed by Victor David Brenner in 1909 to commemorate the 100th anniversary of Lincoln's birth. The reverse displays the Lincoln Memorial, designed by Frank Gasparo, with the inscriptions 1 cent, United States of America, and the national motto EPLUBUS UNUM. The words "In God We Trust" appear above Lincoln's portrait, while "Liberty" is located to the left, and the year 1980 appears on the right. In 1980, the U.S. Mint struck Lincoln cents at 3 different mint facilities. Coins without a mint mark were produced in Philadelphia, those with a D mint mark came from Denver, and those with an S mint mark were struck in San Francisco as proof coins for collectors. More than 12 billion Lincoln cents were minted across all facilities in 1980, making the date extremely common in circulation. Because of this enormous production, most circulated examples are worth only face value 1 cent, while attractive uncirculated coins and certified high-grade specimens can command significantly higher prices. The composition of the 1980 Lincoln cent is an important part of its history. Each coin weighs approximately 3.11 grams, has a diameter of 19.05 and a plain edge. Since these cents contain mostly copper, many collectors prefer them over later zinc cents because they are more durable and historically significant. Although the coin itself is common, high-quality examples with original red color are increasingly difficult to find because copper naturally tones or darkens over time. The value of a 1980 Lincoln cent depends primarily on its condition. A circulated example is generally worth 1 cent to 10 cents. An uncirculated coin with bright original red surfaces may sell for 25 cents to $5, while certified examples graded MS-66 or MS-67 can be worth $20 to over $200, depending on eye appeal and market demand. Exceptionally high-grade coins that rank among the finest known have sold for several $100s at major auction houses, although such examples are very rare. Collectors also search for 1980 proof Lincoln cents produced at the San Francisco Mint. These coins were specially struck with polished dies and planchets to create mirror-like surfaces and frosted designs. A standard 1980s proof cent is usually worth $1 to $10, while flawless certified examples graded PR69 or PR70 can sell for considerably more. Proof coins are not rare overall because millions were produced, but perfect examples remain desirable among collectors. Several mint errors have been reported on 1980 Lincoln cents. These include off-center strikes, broad strikes, double strikes, die cracks, die chips, clipped planchets, and struck-through errors, where a foreign object came between the die and the coin during striking. Depending on the type and severity, genuine mint errors may sell for anywhere from $20 to several $100s, with dramatic and well-preserved examples attracting the strongest prices. Authentication by a professional grading service is recommended for valuable errors. There are also die varieties that collectors actively search for. While no major double die variety comparable to famous Lincoln cent errors has been widely recognized for the regular 1980 issue, minor double dies, repunched mint marks, where applicable, die deterioration, and small die markers have been documented by specialists. These varieties usually require magnification to identify and may add collector interest, although only significant, verified varieties typically command substantial premiums. The phrases on the coin have important historical meaning. "In God We Trust" became the official national motto of the United States in 1956 and appears on all modern U.S. coins. Liberty symbolizes the nation's founding ideals, while EPLUBUSUNUM, meaning out of many, one, reflects the union of the states into one nation. The Lincoln Memorial on the reverse honored Abraham Lincoln until 2008, after which the reverse design changed in 2009 and was replaced permanently by the Union Shield design in 2010. Although the 1980 Lincoln cent is not considered a rare date, it remains an important coin for collectors assembling complete Lincoln cent sets. Coins with full original red luster, sharp details, and no signs of wear are becoming more difficult to locate decades after their release. Because of the coin's copper composition, many collectors also save attractive examples as representatives of the pre-1982 bronze cent era. If you believe your 1980 Lincoln cent may be unusual, examine it carefully for characteristics such as an off-center strike, doubling in the lettering or date, clipped edges, unusual weight, missing design elements, or other striking abnormalities. Weighing the coin on a precise digital scale, it should weigh about 3.11 grams, and comparing it with verified examples can help identify potential errors. For coins that appear exceptional or valuable, professional authentication by services such as PCGS, NGC, or ANACS is the best way to confirm authenticity and determine market value. While the typical 1980 Lincoln cent is common, a genuine high-grade example or a verified mint error can be an exciting and valuable addition to any coin collection. Step 2. The 1974 Lincoln Memorial 1 cent is an important coin in the history of United States coinage. It belongs to the famous Lincoln Memorial cent series, which was produced from 1959 to 2008. The obverse of the coin features President Abraham Lincoln, whose portrait was designed by Victor David Brenner and first introduced in 1909. The reverse, designed by Frank Gasparo, depicts the Lincoln Memorial in Washington, D.C. Around the reverse are the inscriptions United States of America, EPLUBUSUNUM, and 1 cent. The front also carries the words "In God We Trust," Liberty, and the date 1974, making it one of the most recognizable American coins ever produced. The year 1974 came during a period of economic inflation in the United States, when the rising price of copper caused concern about the cost of producing 1 cent coins. At the time, the Lincoln cent was still struck in 95% copper and 5% zinc, weighing approximately 3.11 grams. The government began studying alternative metals because the intrinsic metal value of the cent was getting closer to its face value. As a result, the 1974 Lincoln cent became part of the transition period that eventually led to the composition change in 1982. The 1974 Lincoln cent was produced at 3 U.S. mint facilities. Coins without a mint mark were struck in Philadelphia, coins with a D mint mark were produced in Denver, and proof coins with an S mint mark came from San Francisco. Combined production exceeded more than 8 billion coins, making the regular circulation issues common today. However, finding examples with full original mint luster, no contact marks, and bright red surfaces has become increasingly difficult after decades of circulation. One of the most famous stories connected with the 1974 Lincoln cent involves the 1974 aluminum cent. Because copper prices continued rising, the U.S. Mint experimented with aluminum planchets and produced approximately 1.5 million aluminum cents for testing and congressional evaluation. Almost all were destroyed before release, and only a few examples are known to exist under disputed legal circumstances. If a genuine government-authorized 1974 aluminum cent were ever legally available, it would rank among the rarest and most valuable U.S. coins, potentially worth hundreds of thousands or even millions of dollars. These experimental coins are completely different from normal copper 1974 cents. The value of an ordinary 1974 Lincoln cent depends mainly on condition. Worn circulated examples usually sell for 1 cent to 20 cents. Attractive uncirculated coins with original red color generally trade for $1 to $10, while certified MS-66 red examples may reach $25 to $100. Coins graded MS-67 red or higher can sell for several $100s, particularly if they rank among the finest certified by leading grading services such as PCGS or NGC. Auction prices vary depending on demand, certification, and eye appeal. Collectors actively search for 1974 mint errors, many of which command strong premiums. Popular errors include off-center strikes, broad strikes, clipped planchets, struck-through errors, double strikes, die caps, lamination errors, and cuds caused by broken dies. Depending on the type, size, and condition of the error, genuine examples may sell anywhere from $20 to more than $1,000. Dramatic and visually obvious errors generally attract the highest prices at auction. The 1974 double die obverse, DDO, is among the best-known varieties for this date. On genuine examples, collectors may observe noticeable doubling on parts of the lettering, date, or inscriptions under magnification. Several different double die listings exist, with some being much stronger than others. Certified examples of recognized double dies can sell for substantially more than ordinary coins, especially when preserved in uncirculated condition. Another interesting variety involves die deterioration doubling, which is frequently confused with true double dies. Die deterioration occurs naturally as mint dies wear out and generally adds little or no premium. Collectors should learn the difference between machine doubling, die deterioration, and genuine hub doubling before purchasing expensive coins. Careful comparison with established variety references is essential. Proof collectors also appreciate the 1974 S-proof Lincoln cent. These coins were struck using specially prepared dies and polished blanks, creating brilliant mirror-like fields and frosted designs. Standard proof examples are relatively affordable, generally selling for $2 to $15, while flawless certified PR69 Deep Cameo and PR70 Deep Cameo examples can command significantly higher prices because perfect proofs are much scarcer. The design of the coin reflects several important national ideals. In God We Trust is the official national motto of the United States and has appeared on all modern U.S. coins for decades. Liberty honors the principles on which the nation was founded, while EPLUOBUSUNUM, meaning out of many, one, symbolizes the union of the states. Together with Abraham Lincoln's portrait and the Lincoln Memorial, these inscriptions make the coin a lasting tribute to one of America's most respected presidents. Professional grading plays a major role in determining value. Companies such as PCGS, NGC, and ANACS authenticate coins, assign numerical grades, and encapsulate them for protection. A certified high-grade 1974 cent often sells for much more than an uncertified coin because buyers have confidence in its authenticity and condition. Original red color, strong strike quality, and minimal contact marks are key factors that increase collector demand. Many online videos and social media posts claim that every 1974 penny is worth thousands of dollars. In reality, most 1974 Lincoln cents are common and worth only small amounts. Coins become valuable only if they possess a verified major mint error, a recognized die variety, an experimental composition, or exceptionally high certified grades. Collectors should always verify extraordinary claims through reliable auction records and professional authentication. If you own a 1974 Lincoln cent, examine it carefully using a magnifying glass. Check for doubling on the date or lettering, off-center strikes, clipped edges, unusual weight, die cracks, cuds, or other striking abnormalities. A genuine bronze 1974 cent should weigh approximately 3.11 grams. Any coin with an unusual appearance or significantly different weight deserves further examination by an experienced numismatist or professional grading service. The 1974 Lincoln Memorial Cent remains a historically important coin because it represents the final years before the U.S. Mint changed the composition of the 1-cent coin. Its connection to the famous experimental aluminum cent, combined with collectible eras, doubled dies, and superb certified examples, keeps it relevant in today's numismatic market. Although ordinary examples remain inexpensive, exceptional specimens continue to achieve impressive auction results and are highly sought after by serious collectors worldwide. For collectors building a complete Lincoln cent collection, the 1974 issue offers a fascinating mix of history, technology, and rarity. Its role in the U.S. Mint's search for cheaper metals, the existence of the legendary aluminum trial pieces, and the wide range of collectible mint eras and varieties make it one of the most studied Lincoln cents of the 1970s. With careful examination, proper authentication, and attention to condition, the 1974 Lincoln cent can be an enjoyable and sometimes valuable addition to any coin collection. Step 3. Imagine holding a small bronze coin that has traveled through half a century of American history. The 1973 Lincoln Memorial 1 cent may appear ordinary at first glance, but among collectors, it is respected for its historical importance, collectible varieties, and the possibility of valuable mint eras. While billions were produced, exceptional examples continue to attract attention from numismatists and auction buyers. The obverse front of the 1973 penny features the famous portrait of President Abraham Lincoln, created by sculptor Victor David Brenner. Lincoln became the first real historical person to appear on a regular U.S. circulating coin when the design debuted in 1909, celebrating the 100th anniversary of his birth. Above his portrait appears "In God We Trust," while Liberty is positioned to the left and the date 1973 with the D mint mark appears on the right. The reverse back was designed by Frank Gasparo and shows the Lincoln Memorial in Washington, D.C. If viewed under magnification, Abraham Lincoln's statue can actually be seen between the memorial's columns, making it one of the few U.S. coins to feature the same person on both sides. Surrounding the design are the inscriptions United States of America, EPLUOBUSUNUM, and 1 cent. The D mint mark identifies the coin as having been struck at the Denver Mint in Colorado. During 1973, the Denver Mint produced more than 3.5 billion Lincoln cents, making this one of the highest mintage Denver issues of the decade. Although common in circulation, superbly preserved coins are much scarcer because most entered everyday commerce and accumulated wear. The coin was struck from 95% copper and 5% zinc, with a standard weight of approximately 3.11 grams, a diameter of 19.05 millimeters, and a plain edge. Because it was produced before the 1982 composition change, many collectors appreciate it as one of the classic bronze Lincoln cents. Copper coins also tend to develop attractive natural toning over time, which can increase collector appeal if the surfaces remain original. Most circulated 1973 Lincoln cents are worth only 1 cent to 20 cents. Bright uncirculated, red examples generally sell for $1 to $10, depending on quality. Certified coins graded MS66 red often bring $20 to $75, while MS67 red examples can sell for $150 to $500 or more, depending on market demand and population reports. The finest certified examples may achieve even stronger auction prices. One of the most exciting parts of collecting the 1973 cent is searching for mint errors. Genuine mint errors occur during the manufacturing process and are highly collectible. Known errors include off-center strikes, broad strikes, clipped planchets, struck-through errors, die caps, multiple strikes, lamination errors, die cracks, and retained cuds. Depending on rarity and condition, authentic examples may sell for $25 to well over $1,000 collectors' dollars. Also study die varieties, which are differences created by individual mint dies. On the 1973 issue, specialists have identified several minor double dies, die chips, die gouges, die polishing lines, and die deterioration varieties. although many are subtle, recognized and documented varieties, can command premiums among variety collectors, especially in uncirculated grades. One important point is distinguishing true doubled dies from machine doubling. A genuine doubled die is created during the die-making process and shows rounded, separated design elements. Machine doubling, by contrast, is caused by movement during striking and usually appears flat or shelf-like. Machine doubling is common and generally does not add value. Another area of interest is the color designation assigned by grading services. Copper cents are classified as brown (BN), red-brown (RB), or red (RD). A fully original red coin is the most valuable because it retains nearly all of its original mint color. Over decades, exposure to air often changes copper to brown, making original red examples increasingly difficult to find. Professional grading by PCGS, NGC, or ANACS is strongly recommended for coins that appear exceptional. These organizations authenticate the coin, verify any mint errors or varieties, assign a numerical grade, and encapsulate it for long-term protection. Certified coins are generally easier to sell and often bring higher prices than raw coins. The inscriptions on the coin carry deep historical meaning. "In God We Trust" became the official national motto of the United States in 1956. Liberty reflects the nation's founding ideals, while EPLUBUSUNUM, meaning out of many, one, symbolizes the union of the states. These inscriptions have appeared on American coinage for generations and remain an important part of U.S. numismatic heritage. Unlike some earlier Lincoln cents, the 1973 D issue is not known for any famous major double die variety that is universally recognized as a key rarity. Instead, its collector value comes from outstanding preservation, verified mint errors, and documented minor die varieties. This makes careful examination essential before assuming a coin is rare. Many collectors search old bank rolls, estate collections, and inherited coin jars, hoping to discover overlooked high-grade examples. Since billions were produced, the chances of finding a regular circulated coin are high, but locating a nearly flawless mint state red specimen or a dramatic mint error remains an exciting possibility. Modern online marketplaces and auction sites have increased demand for attractive Lincoln cents. At the same time, viral social media videos often exaggerate values by claiming ordinary 1973 D pennies are worth thousands of dollars. In reality, only authenticated mint errors, exceptional certified grades, or highly desirable varieties command significant premiums. To examine your coin, use a 5 times to 10 times magnifying glass. Check the date, mint mark, lettering, and Lincoln's portrait for unusual doubling or die markers. Weigh the coin on an accurate digital scale. It should be close to 3.11 grams. Any major difference in weight or appearance may justify professional evaluation. Proper storage is essential for preserving value. Copper reacts easily with moisture, fingerprints, and chemicals. Collectors recommend handling coins only by the edges and storing them in archival quality holders or certified slabs to maintain their surfaces and original color. Although millions of 1973 D cents survive today, the number of superb MS-67 red examples is much smaller. As collectors continue building high-grade Lincoln cent sets, competition for the finest certified pieces remains strong. This has helped maintain interest in the issue despite its large original mintage. The 1973 D Lincoln Memorial Cent also represents an important era just before the U.S. Mint began changing the composition of the cent because of rising copper costs. It captures the final years of the traditional bronze penny that had been produced for decades and remains a favorite among collectors of classic U.S. coinage. In conclusion, the 1973 D Lincoln Memorial Penny is far more than an everyday 1-cent coin. Its connection to Abraham Lincoln, its bronze composition, its historical role in American coinage, its collectible mint errors and die varieties, and the premium paid for top-grade certified examples make it an enduring favorite in numismatics. While most circulated pieces are common, a genuine high-grade specimen or authenticated mint error can become a valuable and fascinating addition to any serious coin collection. Step 4. Every coin has a story. but few coins have traveled through American history as quietly as the 1979 D. Lincoln Memorial 1 cent. At first glance, it looks like an ordinary penny. However, collectors know that high-grade examples, genuine mint errors, and unusual die varieties can make this coin far more interesting than its 1 cent face value. The 1979 D. Lincoln cent was struck at the Denver Mint, identified by the small D mint mark below the date. The obverse features Abraham Lincoln, the 16th President of the United States, whose portrait was designed by Victor David Brenner and first introduced on the cent in 1909. The reverse displays the famous Lincoln Memorial, designed by Frank Gasparo. Inside the memorial, under magnification, collectors can actually see the tiny seated statue of Lincoln, making this one of the few U.S. coins to portray the same historical figure on both sides. The inscriptions on the coin include "In God We Trust" above Lincoln's portrait, "Liberty" to the left, the date 1979 with the D mint mark to the right, and on the reverse, "United States of America, EPLUOBUSUNUM," and 1 cent. The Latin phrase EPLUOBUSUNUM means "out of many, one." The 1979 D cent was struck using the traditional 95% copper and 5% zinc alloy, weighing approximately 3.11 grams. Because it was produced before the composition change in 1982, it belongs to the classic bronze Lincoln cents that many collectors prefer. The Denver Mint produced over 4 billion 1979 D Lincoln cents, making it a very common date in circulation. Nevertheless, coins that remain in exceptional condition after decades are much scarcer than the original mintage suggests. A normal circulated 1979 D penny is usually worth 1 cent to 20 cents. While common, many people still save these coins because of their copper composition and historical significance. Uncirculated examples with original mint luster are more desirable. Bright red RD coins typically sell for $1 to $10, depending on their quality and eye appeal. Professionally graded coins command stronger prices. Certified examples graded MS66 red often sell for around $20.75, while MS67 red pieces may reach $100, $400 or more, depending on certification, eye appeal, and current market demand. One of the biggest attractions of the 1979 D penny is the possibility of finding genuine mint errors. These errors occurred during the minting process and are highly collectible when authenticated. Popular mint errors include off-center strikes, broad strikes, clipped planchets, struck-through errors, die caps, multiple strikes, die cracks, retained cuds, and lamination errors. Depending on the type and severity, these errors may sell for $20 to over $1,000. Collectors' dollars also search for die varieties. These include minor double dies, die chips, die gouges, die polishing marks, and die deterioration. While many are subtle, documented varieties are collected by specialists. A common misunderstanding involves machine doubling. Machine doubling happens during striking and usually does not add significant value. In contrast, a genuine doubled die is created during the die-making process and is much more desirable. Copper color also affects value. Professional grading services classify copper cents as brown BN, red-brown RB, or red RD. Fully original red examples are generally the most valuable because they have retained their original mint color. Authentication is important for valuable coins. Companies such as PCGS, NGC, and ANACS examine coins for authenticity, assign grades, identify many recognized varieties, and encapsulate them for protection. Despite claims found on social media, there is no widely recognized major double die variety unique to the regular 1979 D Lincoln cent comparable to famous double die cents from other years. Most valuable 1979 D cents owe their premiums to condition or genuine mint errors rather than a famous variety. Some collectors search original bankrupt rolls from the late 1970s because these rolls occasionally contain high-grade coins with excellent luster that escaped circulation. Proper storage helps preserve value. Copper reacts with moisture and fingerprints, so collectors usually handle coins by the edges and store them in archival quality holders or certified slabs. Auction records show that exceptional certified examples have sold for hundreds of dollars, especially when they rank among the finest known for the date. Actual prices vary with grade, eye appeal, and collector demand. If you suspect your coin has an error, examine it under 5 times to 10 times magnification. Check the date, mint mark, lettering, Lincoln's portrait, and reverse design for doubling, die cracks, missing details, or unusual striking characteristics. A digital scale is another useful tool. A normal 1979 D bronze cent should weigh approximately 3.11 grams. A noticeably different weight may indicate damage, contamination, or in rare cases a striking anomaly, but weight alone is not proof of rarity. The 1979 D Lincoln cent also represents the closing years of the traditional bronze cent before the U.S. Mint adopted a copper-plated zinc composition in 1982. This gives it additional historical significance within the Lincoln cent series. Although billions were produced, collector demand for attractive, original examples remains steady. High-grade certified coins, dramatic mint errors, and visually appealing pieces continue to be sought after by Lincoln cent enthusiasts around the world. Before purchasing or selling a coin claimed to be rare, compare it with reliable references and recent auction results. Extraordinary value claims should be verified through professional authentication rather than online rumors or viral videos. The 1979 D Lincoln Memorial Penny is a classic American coin that combines history, artistry, and the excitement of coin collecting. While most examples remain common, a genuine mint error or an exceptionally preserved certified coin can be worth far more than face value. Careful examination, proper storage, and professional grading are the keys to discovering its true collectible potential. Subscribe to Ari Coins News for the latest updates on rare coins, valuable mint errors, auction records, historical facts, and expert collecting tips. Stay informed, keep searching your pocket change, and never miss the next hidden treasure.